What's going on? Look, we're back in the garage, boys. We've been traveling all over the place. We've been going here, going there. We're back home. And it's time to get back on the E36. For one major reason, it needs to get the heck out of the garage so that the Chaser can come in here because we got some work to do on the Chaser. So we're gonna be wrapping this car up today. We got cooling system going on. We got potentially intercooler system. There's just so much to do that we're not really doing like a specific video on a certain system. It's just kind of, we're gonna be wrenching on this thing today and we'll run into what we run into. But listen, before we get started on that, we just gotta thank a couple partners for the channel. The biggest one being Holdfast, AKA me and my wife. If you guys wanna support the channel, shop holdfast-usa.com. We got all kinds of sick shirts, hats, stickers, and different things like that. On top of it, we're giving away the GX100, the Chaser that you guys watched us build on the channel. That car is going to be going to one of you guys. So if you want to get entered into that, head to holdfast-usa.com, purchase some stuff, get entered. Second biggest partner of the channel, Lev Rack, baby. Storage solution. If you have an issue with crap all over your garage and no space, Lev Rack's the answer, dude. From workbenches to sliding racks to storage up top, along with mobile units as well. They have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of storage solutions for hats and hardware and drawers, and they're coming out with all kinds of new stuff. So stay close. If you guys are interested in storage solution, hit up Lev Rack. They're the only place to go. You've seen it in the channel. We utilize it here in our garage. All right, also a big shout out to the BC Racing boys, from the stance cars all the way up to the RTR champions of Formula Drift. BC makes coilovers all in between. I personally like the extreme lows because I like slamming my cars on the nuts and just dragging them around town. But also we run them on the competition car. So they can do everything. Custom spring rates, custom valving, whatever your heart's desire. BC Racing are the go-to suspension for you. And they're a huge support of the channel. So thank you to all these partners who keep this content free for you guys. Let's get into it. Brand new, fresh off the press, CNC, not even coated yet. FDF camber plates. These are prototypes. There's only, I think, like 2 of us that have them. We're gonna upgrade the angle kit on the E36. Currently has an SLR kit on it, but we're gonna jump over to FDF. Reason being, 1, they're a partner in the pro car, so we're gonna run them on everything. 2, I want more steering angle. 3, because I want to. Get off my neck, Dad. Another really cool thing that I haven't shown you guys just yet. You've seen these. That's one of the biggest things they do is those full length tie rods. Custom colorway. Micah Diaz spec. Let's go. Let's go. So, you're probably wondering why I made the jump to FDF. One of the big reasons to take such a leap in partnership is that one of the cool things is that we're actually going to be selling FDF products on the website. And so you'll be able to get my colorway kit and the standard colorway kit as well through the holdfast-usa.com website, which is my own personal website. I've said that a few times, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know that. But now you'll be able to buy my products. You'll be able to buy the same things I use from my website, which I think is huge. They're offering me an opportunity to make some money on the back end as well. Another thing is I really believe in the ownership of FDF. Josiah is constantly progressing. Somebody had commented on Instagram about the Chaser, about how, oh, they're on version 3 of the kit, they can't make their minds up. It's that we're finding things, so we're developing the kit, we're growing and making it better and better. So I have version 3 of the angle kit on the Chaser, and the FDF kit's like great on the Chaser. When it comes to the BMW, there's two major things that really stand out to me. Number 1 is gonna be the full spindle setup that we have now. Now we have this entire spindle, and we don't have to use any real OEM parts at all in this, including the knuckle. So now the only thing we're really using is the wheel bearing, and that's about it. Then we can use obviously our factory rotors and calipers, but the knuckle, the arm, the lollipop, all of it is now off the shelf FDF stuff. On top of that, when it comes to your lollipop adjustment, everything can be done on car now with these super sick on-car adjusters. That's another big thing. And then the last thing that really sold me was the fact that we do a complete tie rod replacement. There's no more outer and inner. It's only one full piece, and that's what I'm installing right now. And I'll show you it a little bit more. This will be one of the big differences between the two kits that I've ran. So traditionally speaking, you'll have an inner and outer tie rod when it comes to your angle kit on the BMW. Now what FDF has capitalized on is creating this single piece tie rod. So now you just have an inner heim and an outer heim, and the entire bar makes the adjustments, and then you have just these locking nuts on the outside. So where there's technically a weak point and a potential of binding or breaking here on the old kit, now that's gone. Now because we have this big fat nasty aluminum tie rod, we should really be able to avoid that. On top of it, in order to remove it now from the car, all you really have to do is undo this Allen here, and this entire tie rod comes out of the car. So you'll undo this one, and you'll undo the heim over here, and then this whole thing's out. And you can just zap that back in, zap in a new one, and then it's back together. But you really shouldn't be breaking these. I think they're kind of difficult to break. If you're breaking this, you're probably breaking other things on your car, versus bending something like that would be fairly reasonable when you're tagging someone because of how thin this factory metal is here. Now the outer on this is perfectly fine. There's no problems with the outer, but just the fact that there's two pieces combining, now there's this little weak spot in it versus having one full solid tie rod. The cool thing about the FDF tie rod is it actually works with a lot of different angle kits out there. So for those of you who maybe run an SLR kit or a WiseFab kit or a fill in the blank kit, you guys can upgrade to the FDF tie rods if you want to. There it goes. Angle needs, FDF, boys. All right, so one of the upgrades we did to the garage was we put in that 220 outlet, and I think I told you guys that a little bit earlier. Tony of Proper Fabrics brought over his little Miller Multimatic. I say little because... I was gonna say, you call my weld
Listen,
little? Dude, it's little because it actually is little. Not because like disrespectfully. Respectfully, he brought over his little welder, and we're gonna try this thing out for the first time, see what happens. I'm not anticipating anything good.
Nice.
Ah! We have 220 in the garage. Elijah, look, I take back everything I said about you off camera. Not everything, some of it, most of it. Not most of it, very little. It works. We have 220, we have a welder in the garage. Now we just need to get our own welder so we don't bug Anthony or Frankie for theirs. And then I could start to weld stuff myself. Hey. Cut to that chaser mid-roll that we're about to literally go film right now.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I gotta give Gary away. Gary's going to one of you guys. Gary's a 1997 Toyota Chaser. It's got BC coilovers, modded knuckles, wide body, nice gloss black wrap on it. She's ready to go. But look, all you have to do is head to holdfast-usa.com, pick up some merch. We got brand new shirts. Some of these are gonna be double entry shirts. Head to holdfast-usa.com. Get entered today. One of you guys is going home with Gary, the Chaser, Gary the Chaser. Tony got some welding done. Have they seen that yet? Did you show them the welding yet?
No.
Oh, dude, come check this out. He's got both the bones welded onto the radiator now. And the little bone welded onto the doohickey there, that upper port. So now he's gonna make some adjustments and get this thing to capture the radiator, or this fan here.
Which that 90 edge should do it.
Yeah. There's still like a finger, at least, whatever that is, between the fan and the radiator. I wonder if we can...
That's good though, because we need to use these tabs for the top so that we have something to bolt into, and then the bottom just slips in.
I see. This fan's actually pretty nasty. It's off of a side-by-side, I believe, but it's a spall. And the important thing about that is that it's gonna pull all kinds of CFM. These rarely come on the side-by-sides. I think when they do come on, they freaking like rip for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then they shut back off. So it's a really good fan. We weren't anticipating the JZ being so like long, but it is, and so Anthony shaved some of the plastic off the backside and tried to shrink it as much as we can to get it to fit between the motor and the radiator core support, and even modified the core support a bit. So we'll have to modify the mounting of the radiator, but this thing should rip pretty good. And I think the last thing is figure out what we're gonna do for an expansion tank or an overflow tank. So now the soft lines are all hooked up and the fuel system is in. So it's complete, which means that we can start the car. We should start it and make Tony hold the downpipe.
What?
Idea. Anthony, can you hold this downpipe real quick?
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? Key must be on. It is.
Very nice.
So, I started talking with you guys about the wiring specialties harness. Literally, I think we spent like what, maybe 30 minutes plugging this thing in?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
And then we ran
40 minutes.
Power and ground to a couple of things that they told us to do.
Yeah, we had to upgrade our power cables though, our wires.
But
On a couple, but yeah, they were bad.
But now that that's all done, this thing fires up off the key. So let's go. First fire for the channel. Oh, the freaking windshield wipers are rolling. Okay, here we go. Totally starts up off the key, no problem. It's pretty rad, dude. Like, look, if you guys are in the market and you're doing an engine swap on a car, you might as well just jump onto a wiring specialties harness. Like, and the thing that's special about this is that everything pretty much just plugs and plays, and I still get to use the key. I'm not doing like a switch panel or anything like that. So for the sake of like a street car, this is good, but like a race car, you'd probably do a different harness or maybe some standalone harness that they have.
Yeah.
That's it. Super easy, simple. Car starts up. YouTube, the car starts. Sounds pretty good. We have a couple of different vacuum leaks. That's why she's like holding a high idle. The brake booster bolt that comes in the back is open. This is open. Like, there's a bunch of little things that are open. But for the most part, fires up. Flat and push them over.
Drop the top right here, flat on the shroud,
and then push it in.
and then push it in.
Sick. I know those are just keepers.
Yep.
Pretty sick,
the
Tony.
top just holds it in.
Yeah, just a keeper on the bottom, and then you already put those two bolts on top. Well,
Yep.
yeah, this thing ain't going nowhere, dude. ready for all kinds of shreds. Midnight jump. A little snug. Ooh, it's a little warm. Nice. And the top lines up. Dude, let's go drop this thing in there. For sure, dude. Don't just leave it in there. Cut those off in there. Look at the way those freaking fittings line up, dude. The night is still young. You're gonna be sitting here watching us. I mean, unless you guys want to watch me try to locate where all these nuts should go in this cabinet, then I think that's how we. I think this is it. I think this is the end of the video. Good progress today on the car. Huge progress on the cooling system from Tony. We're going to keep just chipping away at this thing. Again, I really want to get out of the garage because I want the chaser to be in here. And there's also other projects that we need to get to, such as the 240. You guys know the 240's here, and it's been sitting on the side of the house. We've been collecting a ton of parts for it. So we're going to jump onto that car soon. But cooling system is, again, huge progress. The FDF kit being installed on one side of the car. I'll do the other side of the car. Throttle cable being hooked up. We're getting really close. I actually came over here because I was going to try to find a plug. It's actually about that size. Oh, whoops. So it's that thread pitch, but a plug for the back of the intake manifold to try to stop one of the big vacuum leaks from happening. But we're making progress. There's a few more things to do in the car, and then we should have it back on the ground. Hopefully sooner than later. But listen, dude. Don't forget that the Chaser giveaway is happening. Make sure you head over to holdfast-usa.com. Purchase some stuff there. Get you entered. Also, you guys just supporting the giveaways and supporting the website altogether just helps the channel. And also, don't forget to help the sponsors that, again, keep this content free for you guys. Listen, stay blessed, stay safe. Hold fast, boys.